Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today let's try to build two presets for the 80s. Well, the first one is kind of already built. I was here in Boston studio, let's recall it again, as I'm using my Boss Katana MK2, and the microphone is the usual suspect, a Sennheiser E906, in a spot that I have some duct tape. I can post a picture of that so you guys can see more or less where I have the microphone. Of course, every single change that I do to the microphone position will alter the tone a lot. Okay, so I found this to be the sweetest spot I could get after many attempts. So what I have here is in the brown channel, as you guys can see, already made up. I have a patch for kind of a lead tone and also rhythm tone, with some effects to it because we want sort of a 80s tone, so it'll have effects, as you guys understand that. The noise suppressor here is extremely low for the amount of distortion that I have, and this is one of those things that you have to compromise. Regarding the noise suppressor, it's actually a compromise because if you put it like this, which is kind of an ideal spot in terms of distortion of what we have going on here, it will effectively reduce the noise as you want it to be. But I want the tone to be as responsive as possible, so I don't mind to have a little bit of noise. That's why I leave it around here, because I want to do this. For example, neck pickup, just a little bit of volume on my... By the way, I'm using my lovely Les Paul Custom. I really love this guitar. Yes, has a big tone, and it's been in the case for a while now, but now it's here again. So you'll have noise by opening the volume control, and I have more noise here because I'm really near the computer, so it's normal, okay? But if you stand away, you'll have less. So I want to be able to do this. And then from that to, by the way, this speed knob, it's everything but speed. It's a little bit stuck. So that's the point of having a lower threshold. Now if I put it higher, sorry, because this software, as you guys know, still has this bug where if you don't mess around with it a little for a while, it gets kind of stuck. So okay, I'm gonna leave it right there, 46 for example. It will not have the same effect in the sense that you will lose sustain, which is normal because it's very high. Here he goes. That's why I prefer to have some noise. But anyway, let's go. So the chain here, I'm using chain number 3. And regarding the booster, this is already made, so I'm going to share these patches with you guys. So pay attention please, because you might want to make some changes depending where you use the amp, stuff like that I've talked in previous videos, FAQs, and all over the place. So I'm using a tube screamer, not necessarily to tighten up the tone, but to give it more distortion as an overdrive, really. And then on mod, I have this graphic EQ, boosting some 125 hertz and cutting around 500, kind of like of I don't know, American amps sort of. And I'm quite heavy here on the level because I want to boost the signal in front of the amp. So the graphic EQ is acting not just as a graphic EQ for tailor the specific frequencies that you want, but also as a booster. Okay, that's why the Toushscreen is not like drive 0 and effect level on max. Then I have variation mode on, as you guys already saw. The volume is relatively low here, but it's okay for the video. Bass, middle and treble like that. Then we have on effects a compressor that I'm going to use because I'm going to replicate this patch, write it on another channel, and for the clean sound. So I'm going to maintain all of the things there are, possibly all the things there are, except for the gain and the channel. Delay, I have a modulate delay because I want to have some chorus, and as you guys can see, I already maxed out every effect. Of course, I could have another delay on the reverb and add the chorus, but that's not necessary because there's already something chorus to it on the modulation delay. Can recall the solo. Okay, now delay 2 is disengaged. Reverb, I have a room reverb with 2.6 seconds, so it's fairly high density and level, as you guys can see here. I'm not going to increase the density or it gets kind of muddy or lost in the mix. And in the final EQ, there's really nothing going on for now, except for the I cut 6.30. I don't want to have none of that fizziness. I could cut a little bit more on the treble if it was for a kind of a today's modern tone, but for the 80s, I believe it makes justice to have some high end going from the amp as well, so not totally cut at 5 kilohertz. Gotta do something about this knob because it's really stuck. As you guys can see, there's a lot of crunchiness to it. The tone sounds really great with this guitar and probably with any humbucker guitar as well. Not so much for single cut because there's a lot of distortion going on here. But you can dial back just a little bit the volume and still have like lots of distortion, just a little bit of the volume, and it sounds really cool. For cleaning this tone, it's a little bit harder. It's not impossible at all. And the noise suppressor here is playing a huge role in the sense that it's cutting all the possibilities that you would have with a lower threshold of having a natural clean tone. Okay, so this is one of the things that I don't like too much on the noise suppressor in Boston Studio, is the fact there's on the decay of the delay or reverb or even the tone, overall tone, there's a lot of artifacts to it. Digital artifacts. I really don't like that. But I'm happy with the tone for now. I think it's really great for rhythm and solos as well. You almost could do a Van Halen tone here. and I'm not using full distortion. The volume is around 5, because if you want to record in double tracking, especially double tracking guitars, you don't want to use too much distortion, or everything gets super muddy. So if I was going to record this guitar as it is, the patch would be for the solo. For the rhythm, you know, the distortion would be probably around, where is it again, stuck? Around here, because it's already too much to double track guitars. You can clearly hear the modulation on the delay, the chorus, which is awesome. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm happy with the tone. It was like around here. I'm gonna write it again just because on the same channel. This is so fast regarding Boston Studio for the GT1000. It's even after the update, it's so slow that I usually, when I use it, I maintain it like down here in the dock, always open, so I don't have to open and wait a lifetime. So let's write on, let's go for a channel 2, 80s rock. I don't know if it will fit, probably not. Clean, it does. So everything now is like it is. The only thing I'm gonna start with is going to the clean channel and disengage the boost. And first take a listen how it sounds just like this. Probably will be too low in volume. Let me just check. Okay, let's increase the volume. Now it's too much for my interface. Already feeling that it's a little bit of overcrowded bass and some muddiness around 200 Hertz. So let's address that. I'm gonna put the low mid Q like this. You probably know our low mid Q, what it refers to. Basically, it's the curve of the width of the curve of your equalizer. So if you have a low mid Q like I did, 16, it will have like a shape EQ like this. If it's for the left, it will have a broader EQ. So I'm gonna try to find that frequency, that nasty frequency, by just playing some chords or just a guitar in my left hand. And I'm gonna put this to the max. And now I'm gonna sweep around and see what's bothering me. We have one here, so I'm gonna cut it like around -4. I'm not gonna leave this like this, although the cuts should be narrow and the boosts wider. I'm gonna put it around like this probably, and check now. Already cleaned up pretty well, but there's other areas that I really don't like, so I'm gonna do the same thing here, max out this, max out that, and check for other areas that I don't like. 250 was one of them, but I'm gonna leave that for the other EQ. Around 630, so I'm gonna dial back this around -4 as well and put it like this. So it should be a lot clearer right now using both pickups. Okay, even so I'm not happy, so I'm going to mod, because there's a boost here. I'm gonna take it out. You don't want necessarily your rhythm tone like in the 80s to have a lot of bass, right? Okay, and scoop a little bit more here, take some bass over there, increase the treble. More in this direction. Okay, a little bit aggressive on the high end, so I'm gonna take just a little bit here and a little bit there. So these little things that make all the difference. And now let's check out. I want my effects, my compressor to have a little bit more of presence. So I'm going to change the chain for the first one and see how different does it sound. Compressor is very aggressive because it's kind of in the loop. So let's maintain it on the front, effects, and now increase the attack a little bit, and also the level, which will increase the overall level. We have some distortion. I'm using the Boss compressor. You can test other compressors like Fat compressor. Let's try to stay with this one. Reduce some IN and try to compare by disengaging. So you play a chord. Well, there's basically no difference in volume, so that's what I'm hoping for. Sounding better. Increase a little bit the presence. Also the volume here. The mids I think are okay. Now regarding the effects, I don't know if I'm gonna touch them. I could use like a slap back type of delay if I put it like this and like that, see what it sounds like. But I prefer to put it around 400 with more feedback. Now regarding also what I can do here is, in fact, I think I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that you can use two effects on the same time, because I'm gonna disengage this delay. I'll need something else, so I'm gonna disengage it, and I'm going to effect and say I want delay plus reverb. So now we are going to delay 2. Okay, and it's working fine. Let's put it like it was. Let's put it digital because I don't know. We don't need the modulation right now. Just I cut a little bit more like this. All right, let's increase the bass response. I'm feeling that there's not enough bass. Decrease the gain. I don't want to go into distortion. That's the last thing I want to do. Okay, and now let's go here to where it says graphic EQ or effects. I mean, let's go for the mod. And my idea is try to get rid of this graphic EQ and instead going for the chorus. But for chorus, I'm gonna see what happens. For chorus, I really like to use the harmonist, exactly, and put this in unison. Sorry, oh my God, mouse wheel, and it sounds really great. I prefer to have this some pre-delay than actually the actual chorus. Okay. Sounding great. Now the configuration of the pickups is up to you to choose, right? I prefer this, and I'm going to this EQ now and reduce a little bit the bass, just a little bit. And I think I can go with this one, just a little bit of high gain. Now it would be cool if I want to use delay number 2 with a different tempo. So delay number 2, let's put it like at 600. This works great if you have connected two katanas, right? One delay at a tempo and another delay at another tempo. Let's see if you can hear here, not modulated, but analog in this case. Yeah, you can definitely hear it. Okay. One little thing here on the compressor, going to reduce the attack. So the compressor is really important if you want to like strumming chords. Gotta tune the guitar because it actually prevents you from going into distortion, and the level is always the same. So I'm happy with this one, so I click right, and it's done. Now I just need my foot switch to go from this to this. I was trying to mimic the solo, but I can't recall really how it's played. I'm guessing, okay? So it's been a long video already, 24 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And there's a really cool rig here for metal tone, for 80s rock tones. You might want to increase a little bit the bass on the distortion here, just a little tiny bit. But after that, I think it's ready to go. Please download these patches on the link below the video description. Let me know how they sound. I want to have your opinion regarding your guitars and setup and stuff like that. This guitar sustains forever, and I really love it. It's something out of this world. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and stay tuned for more. Hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.